Swami. Jai Jinendra, Pranam. Welcome to Samani Pratibha Pragyaji from the Institute of Jainology and OneJain. We are going to know more about Samani Pratibha Pragyaji, her work, her achievements, and why she is leaving us after 20 years or more time in the UK. So let's become again. Welcome to you, Adaraniya Samaniji, Vandami Namaskami. Where you were born, and please tell us about your parents, your education, and childhood days.
Thank you, Vinodbhai. First, you are taking me back, which I already left. So, I born in a small village, Tamkor, in Jhunjhunu district, Rajasthan. And luckily, this village is lucky to be a born birthplace of Acharya Mahapragyaji himself. So, very small village, and I got middle class education, just 8th grade, and after that for the girls there was no education. And my family, I came from a religious background, but education wise there was nothing in my village, and girls are always behind the cities and towns.
Were you interested in religion or spirituality right from your early days?
I don't think in the beginning, like other child, I was common, and the family always force us to go to Sadhvisri, Munisri whenever there is Chaturmas in our village. And during my days, every year we have Chaturmas, so monks and nuns, in close contact with them, we got inspiration, but not as such to be initiated in monkhood. But after 17, I got an inspiration that this everyday life and getting married, and on those days early marriages, and I was also in the line. So I thought, should think twice, shall I go in this path or some other path? But I was not thinking to be initiated at that time.
I mean, would like to know when and who really inspired you more, please.
Once in our village, a Tapasvi Muni, Sampat Malji Swami, his Chaturmas, and when I saw him, his power of meditation, power of mantras, power, specifically I moved by the Bhaktamar Stotra. He did lots of sadhana, and he inspired in his lectures. We used to go to listen his sermon, and also I did Athai that year, and I was bit interested in religiosity, and I requested him how one can move in this path, and he showed me that path. And slowly I started going nearby monks and nuns, and finally I thought this could be my path. But my family was not ready, so I stayed 16, 17 and 18 till 18, 3 years at house. They didn't permit me.
So their reaction was not so much in favor, really. Is it true?
Yeah? Yes. Parents always, blood is thicker than water. Though you will be, it is amazing because I have 7 younger brothers and 1 elder sister, 1 younger sister. So all 10 together, and it was a big family, and those days are like very different from today's. So even though it's a big family, but parents are not happy to permit me, and might they have some fear because I was lots in extrovert things like fashion, the clothing, the jewelry, the makeup, everything. And sometimes I can say the fashion of my village, around moving around me.
So that was big transformation really. And how did you manage to convince them that you want to renunciate or you want to take diksha or whatever?
Yeah, slowly, they try to see me very closely. And one of my uncle, he informed them that she is very firm and determined girl. If she decide, then she will do. So don't stop her, because everybody in this sansara. So please support. So from his words, my father convinced, even my grandmother convinced, and they all supported me. And finally, with the permission of Acharya Tulsi, I got permission to be a mumukshu, because Acharya Tulsi's motto, he said, without education, no initiation. So I started my training at Paramarthik Shikshan Sanstha, and 7 years I did training. I learned their Sanskrit, Prakrit, Indian philosophy, Western philosophy, and Acharya Tulsi and Acharya Mahapragya was very open-minded, and he permitted us to study in university as well. So both education, we are doing privately education through Rajasthan University. So we are in the mainstream education, but side by side, Jain philosophy and Jain yoga, Jain meditation, and all this grooming during the 7 years of my mumukshu life.
7 years of mumukshu life.
Yes.
You were really blessed by the great Acharya, Acharya Tulsi. I mean, he's considered as a revolutionary monk, a revolutionary Acharya. Our first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, was very much impressed by him. And he propagated the philosophy of Anuvrata. Would you like to say something about that, please?
Yes. When India got independent, at that time, RC was thinking, is this independence is real? And fondly, if you go on YouTube, he composed one Asli Azadi Apnao. Get the real independence.
Yeah.
And the real independence, he motivated the people. The moral values of the Indian people is very important. If you are a religious follower, that is one thing. But if you are not moral in your business, in your conduct, in your day-to-day life, then it is very hard to accept this type of religiosity. And therefore, he said morality is very important than the upasana pradhana dharma. Ritualistic life is not changing the human mind and human thinking. And for that transformation, he has given 11 small vows, and those vows are known as Anuvrata. And luckily this year we are celebrating 75 years of Anuvrata movement.
75 years of Anuvrata movement.
Yes.
No, I know because I also, when I was in India, I was reading about Anuvrata movement and all these things, and I was so impressed by the philosophy of Acharya Tulsi, and you were very, very lucky to have been educated by him, to receive his blessings and everything. How old were you at that time?
At that time, when I joined, I was only 18. And 7 years training. And when I was 25 years, at that time I was initiated under the presence of Acharya Tulsi. And Acharya Tulsi always motivated, and so big towering figure,
Yeah.
but always given us small lessons of day-to-day life, how to sit, how to walk, and how to talk, what to eat, what not to eat. And time to time during our summer vacation, he always given us an opportunity to understand Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Christianity. So every year, like for 1 week, Christian Padri is coming to lecture, and then Buddhist monk, then sometime Hindu priest. So he says, open your eyes. Don't discriminate any religion. Really, all religions are good religion, and don't go in the fundamentalist view. The religion is not bad. Those who are really making it hinsatmak, violence, and on the name of religion, those who are creating violence in the world, that is creating hell for this precious planet. So he said, keep your mind open. Religion, all religion, respect all religion, understand all religion, and follow what is close to your heart. And we are lucky that we born in the path of Mahavira, initiated in the path of Mahavira, and the path which is giving us openness of mind, multiplicity of viewpoints, and pluralism.
Yeah. So you are very lucky that you learned about Anekantavada, multiplicity of the viewpoints and everything, and your vision grew. You knew about Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, and everything. I'm sure that played a greater role for your upliftment and for your spiritual development. And no doubt, whatever work you are doing now is perhaps the result of all these philosophy, all the education, and what you received during those days. You are again lucky to come in contact with, and you are blessed by Acharya Mahapragya, another towering figure, so scholarly knowledge, I mean, you go and sit in front of him, you will feel his aura. So could you tell us something more about Acharya Mahapragyaji, please?
Yes. Yeah. From the day one, we got the training into Praksha meditation, and it suggested, if you don't understand the body, then you don't understand the mind and don't understand the soul. The body is the first compartment to go into the deeper layer and one day to experience the soul. And therefore always suggested and always guided us like healthy diet, and not to eat fried food, not to eat this and that. So Khadya Sanyam, Acharya Mahapragya's Khadya Sanyam was prominent. And second thing, always do yogasana, so you can balance your body and mind, and pranayam. And also he has given us numerous, more than thousands of mantras. His book Mantra Ek Samadhan, Mantra Therapy, is very famous. And he always kept a holistic approach. He said, don't claim that we can cure everything by meditation and mantra, but it is a supportive thing. If someone is taking some allopathic medicine in critical disease, he never said, okay, stop it, and blindly you follow this one thing. Then he said, no, it is complementary, and keeping one's good balance in one's mind, and that is very, very important. So open-mindedness, and side by side, say Swadhyay and Dhyan, these two pillars to reach on the higher path. So always motivated, and whenever we summaries are there, always he organized special class, 5 minute, 1 hour, 2 hours. We lucky we completed many agamas and grantha under his guidance, and we are so lucky, like when Jain Vishwabharati Institute University was in the beginning days, Acharya Mahapragyaji taught us, given Vachana of the two papers, Jain Agam and Jain philosophy.
Oh,
And side by side, Professor Tatia,
Professor Tatya.
Nathmalji Tatia,
Yeah.
is also internationally well-known scholar, and Professor Dayanand Bhargav. So such towering figure he invited for us to teach. So we are very lucky to got that direct knowledge from the master.
You were indeed very lucky, yeah. I remember reading a book, Sambodhi, composed by Acharya Mahapragyaji, scholarly knowledge, and it's in Sanskrit.
Yes.
So, I mean, I was so much impressed and I learned so much from that book, and you mentioned meditation and so many other things, So, was that the point where you started doing the meditation or learning about the Preksha Dhyan? And you mentioned the power of mantras, everything. So, you must have learned everything in quite a detail, everything in depth, because you yourself teach meditation and teach everyone so beautifully and so nicely. You have transformed so many people's lives. Can we know something about all these things, meditation, power of mantra and everything?
Yes. In the guidance of Gurudev, every year we had our Shivir, Mumuksu's Shivir, then Samani's Shivir, and also whenever we got an opportunity, he always said, you prepare, like it is the 50 years of Veer Narmad Gujarat College. And in that celebration, I was the leader of, in that session, it's a huge, big university and 45 colleges. So altogether 10,000 people on the campus. And in that education system, they said how we can incorporate meditation. And I fondly remember Acharya Mahapragyaji again given me whole training from everything. And he said, now you design your capsule course, how you can deal with professors and students. So it was amazing opportunity. And even for my PhD, he said, the history of Preksha meditation was not written yet. So why don't you take this opportunity? The subject was given by him and guidance was there, but when I started it, unfortunately, Gurudev was passed away. But I always feel that the rays and knowledge of Gurudev vibrating around me. So if I remember, I get some answers also.
His blessings are with you,
Yes,
as always. Yeah. And as I said, he was a great personality, towering personality, embodiment of knowledge and everything.
Yes, I would like to mention.
Sure. Yeah.
When it's 7/7's bomb blast in UK.
Yeah.
You see, we all stopped, and fear was everywhere. After 2 weeks, I started going to Suvas, and it was like completion of my master degree. So on the way, we are near the Euston Square and going towards Suvas. On the way, like 10 car came and loaded with police, and they came down and they say, stop, stop, stop. And they pointed gun, nearly 13 policemen pointed gun towards us. We stopped there, me and Pune Pragyaji were. Both, it is morning hour, London is, whole London is like on the busy roads. So on that, we stopped there, and then they say, you Muslim ladies? Then I say, no, we are Jain, we are Jain nuns. And that day I came to know we need identity. Without our own identity, nobody understands. They say, is this hisab? Then I say, no, it is not hijab. It is my uttariya. And then, is it burqa? Then I say, no, it is not burqa. It is my kavach. So I informed them, I'm a SOAS student, as well as I'm Jain nun, also Minister of Religion at Jain Bharati, London. And I show them all my I card, so student I card and JV card. And then they said, look, you are lucky. If you don't stop here, might we shoot you? Because 1 week ago, there was one Brazilian. He started running and we shot.
That's right.
And he shot dad. So that day what happened, exactly 4 o'clock, I was just in a half sleep and I'm getting ready, like, okay, it is time to up and sit in the meditation. And during that time, I got a dream. In dream, I seen Acharya Mahapragya, and he is warning me 3 times like this. I couldn't understand. Then when I up, I asked Punya Pragyaji, I have seen in my dream Acharya Mahapragyaji always smiling and nicely blessing, but today is warning me. And then, what is the meaning of this dream? Then she said, even I don't understand. So we couldn't decode it. And when this instance happened, at that time we understood, oh, this was the warning of Guru. Be aware, something on your path. And when I told him, when I went India, I informed him. Then I say, Gurudev, how you can help us? Then he say, subtle energies, and where there is no distance in disciple and Guru. Guru is always with you. So that day I felt it, yes, Guru is always with us.
That was an unique experience.
Yes.
And I'm sure he was really guiding you, warning you, of course, but guiding you and asking you to do certain things, don't do certain things, and how to look after yourself and everything. That was something great, because what messages you got, and how you visualize that thing, that happens only in spiritual persons like yourself, and that happens because Gurudev was guiding you. So you were very lucky. Now, you mentioned about the UK police and PhD and everything. So let us come to that subject now. When did you come to the UK, and what were your first experience in the beginning? What did you see? How did you feel? Everything.
First time I came UK in 1997 with Professor Samani Pratibha. She was Vice Chancellor of Jain Bharati University and always teaching at university, so very scholarly Samani. And those was like my beginning days. So for me, London was beautiful. I seen here and there and visited so many places and many organizations. And our Paryushan, it was Paryushan time. So we did morning time Gujarati Paryushan at Gujarati Jain Samaj. Then afternoon Paryushan at Natubhai's Jain Samaj Europe. And the evening Paryushan for the Jain Bharati London. So evening in Hindi, afternoon and morning in Gujarati. And it was interesting time. And I liked London, but it was a short stay. Then we visited 7-8 countries in Europe, and after 2 months we went back. So it was a small visit, but I liked London.
You liked London,
yes.
And you were received with great respect by the people of London and the people of the UK and everything, because I live in London, we feel that your presence was so much timely, beneficial for us, and we always seek for your blessings and good ideas, and your teaching, and not only you yourself has done PhD, uh, but you have taught so many people. You have taught Priksha meditation, you have taught Agams, you have taught our stotras like Paktamar Stotra and other things. So, how many people you must have taught?
It is difficult to count
Yeah.
because you see, nearly 20 organizations.
Yeah.
I had very close connection,
Mm.
and in every organization, somewhere I did Paryushan,
Mm.
somewhere like I did Navratri lectures, Naupad Oliji, and Mahavir Jayanti every year, 5-7 Mahavir Jayantis, and Leicester, Manchester, Birmingham, Yorkshire, everywhere, even up to Glasgow, and also European countries also.
Mm.
So it's a quite wide range. When Parliament of World Religion in 2004, we all together, it's a big delegation
Yeah, we went there.
from UK.
Mm.
So, and I got opportunity to do two Paryushan at Mahavir Foundation.
Mm.
And Mahavir Foundation and JVB has very close connection
Mm.
because when there was no JVB premises, we used to use for our programs Mahavir Foundation. And seeing you and your open welcome for Samnijis, and yeah.
No, we were really blessed by you, so much knowledge, simplicity, humility, everything. There's so much to learn from you. And what you mentioned is just one aspect. Other aspect like teaching Praksha meditation and looking after the sick and elderly people, knowing their needs, consoling them, going to hospitals and these things. Again, we would like to know more about these things, please.
Yeah, the senior citizens
Yeah.
are always in my top priority.
Yeah.
And those who are at 11th hours, if you go and ask my supervisor, numerous times, I cancelled my meeting. And then he said, Pratibha, what is this? Then I said, Peter, if someone at 11th hours, that is my priority, being a nun. And I did aloyana, atonement, and purification, and final pachkan. At UK we have certain rules. According to rules, if someone at hospital, I used to give sagari santhara and pachkan. So according to the country's rule, so nearly 500 people benefited by my visit to hospitals, and 27 proper santhara, and 2 and 3 people I still can remember after their death. They I think born as a divine being, and they did darshan. Like I was staying at Varsha Ben Nilish Bhai Dodia's house. Ba was at the last moment. We went Northwick Park Hospital, given all aloina and pachkan to Ba, and we reached to our their house. And I was just thinking, and the other Samani Pratibha Pragyaji, she was sleeping. Nearly 12 o'clock, 12 past 5, I heard, Samniji, who jau chu? So then I asked Ba, where are you going? Ba, tame kya jao cho? So Ba ke, bas Samniji, have hu jau chu. So Samani Pratibha Pragyaji was sleeping nearby me, and she said, Vandami, whom you are talking right now? And at that time I seen the clock was nearby me. It was 12 past 7 minutes. And then I said, no. If I inform her, might she become fearful. So I said, no, you sleep well. Nothing, no. Then says, no, I heard you are talking, or it is in dream. Then I said, okay, we will talk tomorrow. You sleep well. And in Nokia mobile, there was little light, and 12 past 10, there was a message from Varsha Bendoria. Ba have raja li thi.
She has
So,
gone.
so Ba passed away peacefully. And then I thought, oh, might Ba came. And similarly, Anila Ben Amubhai Harya.
Yeah, I know her.
So her mother, she was 100 years old. So Mani Ben, and she was chewing supari and going upstairs, coming downstairs. કે સમનીજી જ્યારે અવસર આવે મને તમે સંધારો આપજો. તો કે બા તમે તો દાદરા ચડો છો. You are going upstairs and coming downstairs and chewing supari. You have teeth and everything perfect. So how it is possible to give you સંધારો? ના, જ્યારે અવસર આવે ત્યારે આપજો. When the time comes. After 2 years, we got a call, and at that day I had a high fever. So I said, okay, let me give Santhara on the phone, and 2 Samnijis are just starting from here. So luckily we were 4 Samniji. So 2 Samniji reached there, and they 3-4 hours they supported her spiritually with the atonements, then bhajan, then aloina and everything. And then they said, look, we feel Ba ke pudgal kshin ho rahe hain. Now Ba is ready to leave, and the symptom of her ears and changing. So Samani Pratibha talked on the phone. If your fever is bit down, then you must come and give her Chovihar Santhara. Then after taking a paracetamol, my fever was a bit down, and I started my journey. And I said, Ba, really, if you want, then raise your hands and take Chovihar Santhara. It is time to leave. And I given her Chovihar Santhara, and within 1 hour, Ba peacefully opened her eyes and she took leave. At that time, her daughter, only 60 years old, Anila Ben said, Samniji, ક્યારે એવો અવસર હશે કે તમે મને પણ સંધારો આપજો. And you know, time moved. After 20 years, she was in her 80s, and Anila Ben's health was deteriorating. We visited 2-3 times to hospital. I reminded her, would you like to take Santharo? But she never responded. Then I thought, might she is not ready. But one day her daughter called that mom is calling for you, and she is not moving. She is in a like with the spine and back operation. She can't move, totally bedridden. And then I said, look, I have some coughing and it is corona time, so let me be bit better and I will come in 2-3 days. So after 3 days, she took me and I reached. I said, Anila Ben, if you want to take Santhara, please open your eyes. I'm here to give you Santhara. She opened her eyes, and I had given her Santhara, then Aloina, and it is amazing. In front of us, we are reciting Saranam Sutra. She took her last breath. And then I asked Amubhai, I think now she is no more after 30 minutes Santhara. But it is according to the rule that the soul is departing from the body. It takes at least 48 minutes, and it is like a fabric, Tana Beja. So where she born, so we should wait for 48 minutes, then you inform the doctor. As soon as 48 minutes finished, there was a fragrance of the sandalwood everywhere. Then I said, somebody did some spray? Then they said, no spray. We are standing around this mom's bed. Her 3 daughters and Amubhai himself. And then I moved everywhere. So good fragrance. But after 20 minutes, that fragrance is gone. There's nothing. Like back to normal. And then in the meantime, doctor came and he wrote her death certificate. So then I said, oh bhai, definitely Anila Ben no bandhan uncho tayo che. એ દેવગતિમાં દેવ થયા હશે તો આપણે બધાને જણાવવા માટે informing us she came back with the fragrance. Might she created this fragrance because you know the time one time, two time and three times in the like gumav or like moving and then getting in the birthplace and born as a divine being is not take so much time. Because the human beings, they have to stay 9 months in mother's womb. But the divine being, their birth is upapat. So they born just like this. So might she created something. So this was so many stories. But I feel really so much happy that I could reach, and recently we have given one more Santhara in 99 years and 11 months and 15 days. Old person, and his wife said, Samani, can we wait 15 days so he can complete 100? Then I say, Ayush Karma is not waiting. So it is a proper time according to his desire. Doctor given a chutti. He was at home. We have given 2 days Santhara. And similarly, recently Padmini said. So we given again her 3 days Santhara. So those who are really lucky that they got this chance, and I was just instrument because Gurudev given me this opportunity. But this practice, if I am there at someone's last minute, I feel so happy to do this duty or do this work, that supporting someone and supporting the family. Because this death is not really sadness, but it changed into happiness. Anand Amar Jati, Anand Amar Gotra, a Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore's
Bengali.
Bengali poem. And here, so we are lucky and born, and we got Jaina Dharma. And Samani Pratibha given Santhara to Amit Mehta's wife. She gone so young, but so peacefully, and really her Santhara also at the last minute, and many more Santharas. So nearly 27 Santhara and 500 other people according to the rules of UK Sagari Santhara.
What can I say, Samani? This is divine happenings, you know. What you have done. I mean, you yourself says that perhaps you were the chosen one, you know. We come on the stage of the world, you know, to do certain work. But what we have achieved is something, I mean, this country, we will never forget. The families of those people, they will always remember, you know, that you have performed miracles, really. So, no words to say anything more. Spellbound, actually. We'll move on to slightly different topic. You have attained the degree, you know, the PhD degree. What was your subject, and when did it happen, please?
After my master's, I moved India, and I have taken up a rural development project, and it was at the birthplace of Acharya Mahapragya, and I started Mahapragya International School and Mahapragya ITI for the young people, and rural development. You know, in that area we don't have any English medium school. And I thought if we can impart that knowledge with the science of living, with meditation, the yoga, and all these values, Anuvrit values for the students, then we can change the people from the beginning. So this is a kind of nurturing, and we started that school, and today we have around 600 students from nearby small villages, 20 village students. And one main thing I have seen, the parents are very keen to give good education to their son, but they try to send their daughters to government school.
Yeah.
And you know, the government school in some part of the India are not really
Not
good.
that good.
Teacher don't pay much attention. So these girls are enrolled in the government school. Then they say, no, I want to stay in this school. I want to study with my brother. And then I requested parents, okay, you are giving fee to your son, but not for daughter. So we are adopting these daughters. So people from India, from America, from London, they supported us, and we adopted many girls. And also those who are really coming from the poor background or deprived background, or someone's parents are ill or passed away. So such orphan girls are also accepted and adopted. So we did quite a bit work for that rural development project. And now school is very well established, and it is a central board CBSE school. But with that, we have everyday prayer with Namaskar Mahamantra, and side by side meditation every day some yoga and Mahapran sound for the students, and they are giving very good result.
You achieved really good thing back in India, and of course here in the UK as well. I would like to know something more about your work during COVID time. You mentioned going to hospitals and other things, but besides that, what other activities were you teaching on Zoom and on YouTube and everything?
Yeah, that was Zoom. Zoom was
Yes.
yeah. We did in 10 countries. Our program was relayed in 10 countries, and side by side, you see, we start at early morning where countries are up, and so our program starts at 5 o'clock till 11 o'clock, and we two Samnijis, me and Samani Pragyaji, so we never left Zoom without any use. Like when I finished, then she take over, then when she finished. So during that time, the big like opportunity to teach students, kids. So nearly 60 kids, they learn Bhaktamar from the age of 4 to 16, 15. And then all adults, so nearly 80 adults, they learn Bhaktamar. So from like you see, up to age of 85. I told there is no boundary. You start, you try, and if you learn Sanskrit, then your brain get good connection, and it will help your brain. So luckily our JVB trustee Rajiv Bhai, he has given a study of Harvard University that in that like those who do repetition of Sanskrit learn Sanskrit, and it create a very good point for our brain power. So that was also, and we run many Sanskrit courses for level 1, level 2, level 3, Hindi courses, Prakrit courses, and also we taught Dasvekalik, Uttaradhyan, Bhaktamar, Kalyan Mandir, Sambodhi, so many other granthas was completed,
Yeah.
and then Tattva Gyan class, and very important, like after working from home, if people can sleep nicely, that would be also a good boon. So almost every night, 9:30 to 10 o'clock, mantra meditation session. And even Raji Bhai's son,
Yeah.
and his
That's
daughter
right. Yeah.
Kevali,
Yeah.
they say sometime doing this mantra session, Samniji, we can sleep on the sofa. So that was a very good opportunity. And I would like to mention, people were in different type of distortions, family violence, abuse, and or difficult time, because everybody is at home, kids are at home, moms are distressed, and sometimes arguments in family. So my 2 to 5 o'clock, this time was reserved. Anybody can call me for personal consultation. So nearly 2,500 consultation done on various problems. And one lady, interestingly, she called me. The doctor spotted that I have a hole in my heart, and I conceived a baby. And he is asking me to abort this baby because otherwise it is harmful for my health or my life, might be life threatening. And we all know the mother's life is important in front of unborn baby. But according to Jain perspective, all living beings are important. So I suggest, if you strongly believe in non-violence, then I suggest you, 3 months gone, now you have 6 months. Try to do complete rest, relaxation. Our classes are start, you are not getting bored, so you can join our Zoom meetings. And also I talked to her husband, and he said, yes, we will support. And she did complete rest, relaxation, meditation, mantra, swadhyay. And I said, don't worry about food and cooking. Your husband, whatever he does, accept that. And she did. And finally, she delivered a baby boy. And once, when we met at Birmingham Jain Ashram, she's from nearby, So she said, this baby was saved due to you, because you suggested. And Samniji, we are so happy. I have a girl, I have a boy, and my family is complete. We are so happy. And so this type of, not one example, many more, but time is limit.
Yeah, what have we achieved, what we have done is really, again I can say there are no words to describe, no words to say anything about it. But you saved lives, and you, because of your advice and your guidance, so many disputes were solved. There are peace in the other houses when, say, husband or wife, they were quarreling or whatever happened in their married life, in the family life. But because of your advice, because of your mere presence in their house, settled everything and brought peace there. So this is something which, of course, they will remember, but that's miracle.
Yeah, I always suggest, if there is two people, two minds, and it always try to be compassionate. Love is not physical.
No.
Try to understand the mind. And try to be a soulmate, because you are two different entities. Your karma baggage is different, though you are together. So try to understand. And when you have this understanding with the compassion, then you can complement each other, help each other, understand very well each other. Wife has different mindset, different upbringing, and different karmic baggage. Husband has the same. So don't think the days are always same. It is a sinusoidal curve. All the relations have ups and downs. So understand this reality, and this reality, the base is compassion, base is non-violence. And when this comes, then your family is secured, your married life is secured. So I did lots and lots of personal consultation, and many people, they have faith, like monks and nuns. If we speak to monks and nuns, they are not talking to others. And this type of really belief in them, it is the belief from Bhagwan Mahavir. Bahum sunehin kannei, bahum अच्छेhin पेक्षेहि, नए दिक्ठम स्वयं सब्बम, भिक्खु अखाउ मरहि. So whatever you hear from the ears and seen from the eyes, everything you should not spell out. So this is my limit.
It's very important, and it's a very good message in 21st century. And people, have different opinions, conflicts, everything, lot of things happening. But this is the real education and compassion. This is what we want, compassion in mind, in our thinking and everything. This is very important. Now, of course, after all these years in the UK, I mean, when I say all these years, actually for us, it was very limited time. We think that you are going so soon, but of course, you have been appointed as a professor in Florida. Can we know something more about it? When would you be going? What you will be doing there? What your role will be there?
This Florida International University has a chair, Bhagwan Mahavir Professorship. So JERF, Jain Education Research Foundation, set up this chair, and always two Samanis are there. So recently Samani Chaitanya Pragyaji and him Pragyaji, they moved to India, and with the guideline of Gurudev and also universities rules and regulation, I am appointed as a visiting assistant professor there. So I'm going to teach spiritual development and meditation, one paper. Second paper, meditation and healing, because my PhD on Preksha meditation and more in Jain Yoga. So therefore, these two papers are connected to my connected directly to my research. And the one paper is Introduction to Jainism, and the fourth paper is about Asian religion. So all papers are really very good, and I'm looking forward to join this very soon. I'm going from here on 27th of July, and looking forward to join this new challenge in my life. And also I'm happy, like all these years, London is kind of a place which is my workplace, Karma Bhumi, and also my Jnana Bhumi, my master's and PhD from SOVAS. And SOVAS has a vibrating environment. And after me, Samani Pratibha also completed her PhD on Samudghat. So that was also a high caliber PhD. So we both from SOVAS. And Samani Pratibha, she was at FIU for 7 years, and from there she completed her PhD, and now she became a Sadhvi Unnat Prabha. And also in my mind, one day I will also attain that state to be a Sadhvi. That is also in my goal. But Gurudev given me this opportunity to teach, so I take it in a positive way. And after my PhD, so many times, Praveen Bhai Mehta, he has a very close connection with JVB, and all Samnijis, when JVB has no place, we used to start our Chaturmas. We used to complete our Chaturmas, Pakhi Pratikraman, Chaturmas Stapna from Praveen Bhai Mehta's house. And also, we did year-long Sambodhi Swadhyay at Praveen Bhai's house. So Praveen Bhai always supported us in my study and also to JVB. So one day after my PhD, he said, now you have to be Upadhyay. I never understood. Because in Terapanth we have Acharya. So in Acharya, all Padvi, Upadhyay is also included in Acharya. So we never thought about this position. But he said, no, it is time to go on only Gyan, only Dhyan, Gyan and Dhyan. So now I understand how our elderly people have this type of thinking and kind of best wishes for Samniji. And again, I would like to say how mantra works. Once at 10 o'clock, I got a phone call from Praveen Bhai's wife, Kokila Mehta. Okay, Praveen Bhai was studying Srimad Rajchandra's Patras. And I said, Praveen, it is 10 o'clock, now you sleep. So let me finish 2 lines. And within that 2 lines, he gone in coma. So ambulance came, he went to hospital, and Praveen Bhai was in 6 days in coma. And at that time, she asked that everybody is crying, and what happened, we don't know, he's in coma. Then I said, look, Acharya Mahaprabhu has given us mantra. If there is any critical situation, use this mantra. Om Namo Shantinathai, Sarva Shantikarai, Sarva Vigna Pranashanai, Sarva Rogapa Mrityu Vinashanai, Sarva Parkrit Kshudro Padra Vinashanai, Jrom Vang Mang Hang Shang Tang Yang Shim Hansah, Asi Ausa, Mam Sarva Shantim Kuru Kuru Swaham. I don't know where is hospital, where he gone, where he admitted, but I did this mala in 4 directions. And then Samani Pratibha Pragyaji was with me. He said, you have lots more assignment, and if you do 2 hours mala, then how you can finish your assignment? Let me do. And at that time, she was in her 13th Varshita. So she did complete jap. I did 9 times. And after 6 days, when he came out from the coma, he said, Kumar, if I die, please you take care of Samniji's study. You see? Then he said, Papa, don't worry.
How the
she
message
already completed her master's, and now she is like her PhD is submitted. So you see, there is a connection. And there is the mantra power. And after that, he became very normal, led his normal life.
He did,
Yes. So, you know, mantra has enormous power. And I never believe in mantra just as mantra, but I did a lot more practicals in my life. For myself, for other people. And I have so many successful example of the mantra. So sometime youth give me call, tomorrow I have interview, sometime pre-surgery, post-surgery, meditation and mantra. So I have supported hundreds of people in this way.
You have cured so many people, their lives changed completely because of you. And one big achievement in this country is the establishment of this beautiful center, Jain Vishwabharati, the World Peace Center. Of course, the time is limited, but very briefly, we will like to know what sort of activities are going on from this center at this place here.
Yeah, we have everyday activities, and every morning 6 o'clock we have meditation class. It is still on Zoom. Then 7 o'clock we have Bhaktamar class. and that is still on Zoom, but 30, 40, sometimes 50 families join it. And then Sunday lecture, now we started in a actual mode. And Saturday we have meditation class every day, and Wednesday we have meditation class. So our focus on meditation and Swadhyay. Samani Pragyaji recently completed Samaisar Swadhyay, so nearly 2 years, 100 lectures on Samaisar. So different, and every year it is Gurudev's guideline, Agam Swadhyay is must. So every year I remember I completed Uttaraden, then Dasvekalik, then Vipak Sutra, then Uvasak Dasau. So every year one Agam.
So much.
Yeah. So try to do quite a bit Swadhyay, and people join it, and due to Zoom many more classes and many more people get benefit. But my main focus on kids. So recently when they have Easter break, we had 35 students like age of 6 to 16 meditation course. And I can say from 6 to 10 they can meditate very well. And if they are quite grown up, so it is very difficult to teach meditation those who are quite grown up and their mind is strong. But start meditation from the early age, we have seen. So, and every year we have retreat. Recently we did in Suffolk, that was also went very well. And meditation on seashore at 4 o'clock, forest walk, Gamani Yoga, walking meditation, and lectures and many more activities, and sometime one day camps. So till now I have completed in UK nearly 100 camps, one day camp, and 3 days camps, like it is 6th retreat. So Leicester, Manchester, Birmingham, Yorkshire, Southampton, Northampton, so different areas, sometime in European countries, Ireland, everywhere we got an opportunity to conduct these classes. And sometimes with European people we have exchange programs. And recently I delivered some lectures for on Jain Yoga, specifically Hamburg University, Ghent University, where recently Acharya Mahapragya started. So they invited me, and soon in Birmingham, new chair of Tirthankar Dharmanath. So try to do guest lecture almost in UK and European countries, universities, and sometimes schools also invited me, have this is 3 lectures. And then other schools in UK and outside UK, we did lectures for the students.
So much, Besides visiting schools and colleges and people's houses and everything, you have visited Buckingham Palace, and the Vatican, and have recited, I believe you have recited, and I know Navkar Mantra, and enlightened them as well, isn't it? How was the experience?
It was really interesting. When Pope Francis, we met with him, then he came, and I was thinking what to ask him or what it, so he was quite a big, elderly, towering figure in Christian world. So he said, sister, you bless me. Then I said, Father, you blessed everybody. So what is the point if I bless you? Yes, I need your blessing. Your pure soul bless me.
Marvelous.
And so I was also moved with his humility and humbleness. So such a powerful person is asking me. And several times I presented paper at Vatican, and also Guru Nanak's 550 years, and also in Parliament World Religion. We got enormous opportunity.
Interfaith movement.
Interfaith, and like these prayers of the war, Remembrance Day. So I feel it is the grace of Gurudev. He has given us the open sky to work. And
indeed.
And working with these 25 organizations of the UK, Jain's organization, I moved when it is time. Each and every organization invited me and given me messages and best wishes for my next career as a professor. So I really moved how almost all organization they organize this farewell ceremony for me. So I really
Very
moved.
briefly, Puja Samani, what's your message for people in UK, especially? What would you like to say to all the organizations, to the youth of this UK, this generation?
Yes, this question is, I think, very important in your interview. So, the message for youth: keep your eyes open and be alert and awake. So, Bhagwan Mahavir has given us immortal lessons. They are not outdated. It is just they need new interpretations so we can keep our youth moving and flourishing and the real seedling in their life. So vegetarian to vegan movement that is opening a new door for our youth. Similarly, the youth can meditate a lot. They can understand. I was just reading Guardians, meditation or meditation. So if they try to understand, and we can create a environment for them where they can do something with openness. We should not make them tight boundaries and just ritual is religion. The ritualistic religion is not going to survive in 21st century.
Right,
so we should open our heart, our door, and giving some opportunity according to the fast changing world. So this is my message for the youth, that we have a universal truth which can be applied anytime, every time, all the times. And for all Jain organization, I'm happy there is OneJain and OneJain Parliament Party, and also Institute of Jainology has taken a huge step to connecting all us, organizing every year conference, giving community award. This is really important, and also these are small steps but making a huge impact on the society. So where there is a big umbrella, big banyan tree, then everybody can go ahead and make their own way and progressing and making a great flow of Jainism. So I would like to say that unity in Jain community must be prominent, and we should respect each other, we should help each other where there is need. We should support each and every organization, and that would make a different platform for all of us. And one Mahavir Jayanti, one Mahavir Jayanti, then our voice would be prominent. So that is my message. And
Samani, very nicely said, and it was really enlightening. We can go on and talk about more aspects, but the time is limited. We wish you all the best in your next assignment, and I am sure people will come to you in hundreds or perhaps in thousands to learn about the Praksha meditation, learn about Jainism, and they will learn quite a lot just seeing you, your lifestyle, and everything. So we are really thankful to you. Once again, on behalf of the Institute of Jainology and OneJain, we say thank you very much. And Rajiv Bhai, thank you to you as well for your valuable time and doing this for us. Please come again, and we'll eagerly await for your blessings again, blessings in person here in this country. So thank you once again. Jai Chinendra Pranam, Vandami Naman Swami.
Om Arham. Om.